the days that we're living in, as each day goes by, you cannot be on social media and not see someone mention end times or biblical prophecy. So I think we all believe we're going to see him. Nobody can agree when. That's okay. We're not supposed to know exactly when. When the Lord returns is not a salvation issue, right? The point is to be prepared for that. Wherever you fall, if you're one who is uncomfortable or uneasy when someone talks about end times, why? I want to know why. I don't understand. We all agree, if we believe what the Word says, that there will come a day that we'll all stand before the Lord. Eternity will come for all of us, believers and not. So, whether we believe the Lord is coming imminently or one day, we believe, we can all agree that one day we're going to stand before him, and one day we will live in eternity with him forever. We can all agree on that. We can all agree that that can only happen through the covenant that was made with our Father, through his Son Jesus Christ on the cross, through his death, burial, and resurrection. We can all agree on that. So many of us think salvation was the finish line and the reward is heaven, but it's a race. Salvation's the beginning of the race. We get to choose how we're going to spend our time along the race, what we're going to focus on. If you really thought you were coming back today, do you worry about how you would stand before the Lord? Are you really satisfied with how you'll know him? Do we want to just get in? Or do we want to know him before we get there? Living in kingdom now, living out the purpose that God intended for our lives here on earth. That we'd be reconciled to him, that we would know him, and that we would share that with others. And we would do that by being love to one another, by showing love to one another, teaching one another about him, and all of our relationships pointing each other into deeper fellowship with the Father. There comes a point where you realize this is what the kingdom of God is. Loving him with all my heart and all my soul and all my mind, all my strength. Everything's all blended together. He's the Lord of my life. He's the King of my heart. And everything else in life falls into place. We have the opportunity to experience living in his presence, living in peace with others, doing his work, growing in him, seeking him. You talk to him, you want to hear from him. You're living a life in that fruit of the Spirit, right? You're living a life of inner peace, contentment, joy, all those good things, sound mind, power, walking strong in the Lord and the power of his might. We have the opportunity to do that now. It doesn't mean that we don't have circumstances around us that are difficult. It just means those circumstances can't take our peace. They can't take our joy. No matter what's going on around us, there are going to be times that you need to draw closer to the Father and you absolutely can't make another move without him, but you trust it's going to be okay. That doesn't go away. But when you live a life now and you desire to be in his presence daily in everything you do, moving it to our eternal kingdom, it's just a transition. There's no fear in it. Not worried about when it'll be. What's it going to be like? Like this. Only perfect. We only see dimly in a mirror now. One day we'll know the whole. He's coming. This world isn't going back to the way it was. And I don't know when. And I don't know what that looks like. But what I know is that when it happens, it'll just be a transition. Because I'm living in kingdom now. I have everything he's ever promised me. Everything I need, everything I want. Contentment, joy, peace. I have that now. So one day, I'll just transition to a different place. We can preach now, end times are coming, and that we need to prepare. And that's true. But what we need to prepare is not, or are you ready enough? Do you know him? What will your experience be like when you meet Jesus face to face? But how well will you know him? How well do you want to know him? We can seek him now.